You're 26 and broke. Right now, your rent is 3 months late. Your landlord has asked you to vacate in 2 days. You dread opening your banking app. Your father passed away 3 days ago. He had a heart attack at his desk before the market even opened. Even in death, the man kept business hours. Relatives fill your mother's house for 3 days straight. They bring flowers, casseroles, and opinions nobody asked for. Your mother sits through all of it and says almost nothing. You handle everything else instead. Grief is easier when it comes with a checklist. Your phone rings on day 4. It's your father's lawyer. He asks you to come in and go over the will. You show up the next morning. He opens a folder and slides it across the desk. Your father didn't leave you a house. He left you a hedge fund. It is called Ashford Capital. You have heard the name your whole life, but in the same way children hear about tax audits and cholesterol. It existed. It paid for school. It kept your father away from dinner. You thought it was just his job. It is not. It manages $480 million. Not all his money. Mostly other people's money. Retired doctors, family offices, a university endowment. 2 angry billionaires who probably collect lawsuits like watches. He was the founder, portfolio manager, salesman, therapist, and human panic button. Now, according to the papers, you own the company. You don't own the $480 million. That's the first thing the lawyer says. You own the responsibility for not destroying it. That's worse. The investors can redeem. The banks can pull credit. The regulators can ask questions in voices that make innocent people feel guilty. You studied economics. You know spreadsheets. You don't know how to hold a machine that feeds on fear. On Monday, you enter the office. The environment is mostly about glass walls, quiet carpet, and people speaking numbers. The team looks at you like a substitute teacher walking into a surgery room. It is too big. It has back support designed for a man who spent 20 years slowly turning stress into posture damage. The chief operating officer, Mira, hands you a risk report. You nod like the words are entering your brain. Long-short equity, merger arbitrage, event-driven positions, gross exposure, net exposure, drawdown, liquidity bucket. It all sounds intelligent until you realize intelligence is not the same as safety. Then, Mira shows you the problem. Your father had a large position in a mid-sized pharma company waiting for FDA approval. If the drug works, the fund wins big. If it fails, the fund loses ugly. He was confident. Dead people often leave confidence behind as debt. Every instinct tells you to perform. Wear the suit. Use the jargon. Tell them the strategy remains unchanged. Say continuity. Say disciplined process. Say risk-adjusted returns in a low voice and hope nobody smells terror. Instead, you do the most expensive thing possible. You tell the truth. On the investor call, your hands shake under the desk. You say your father was brilliant. You say you are not him. You say the fund will not pretend that nothing changed. You are freezing new risk for 30 days, reducing concentrated bets, reviewing leverage, and giving investors a clean redemption window. There is silence. Then, one billionaire asks if this is fear. You say, yes. But controlled fear is risk management. Uncontrolled confidence is how funds die. Nobody laughs. That is how you know the line worked. Some investors redeem, not everyone. Enough to hurt, not enough to kill. You survive day 1. For 30 days, you do not trade for glory, you audit. Every position, every fee, every agreement your father signed after midnight.